Have you ever heard the legend of Pele's Curse? They say that if you take a rock or sand from Hawaii, you will be cursed with misfortune until you return it. It sounds like a simple superstition, but every year, thousands of people send back rocks, desperate to rid themselves of the bad luck that followed them home. Some laugh it off as just another island myth, but for those who ignored the warnings, the consequences were all too real. These are their stories. The honeymoon from hell. Jenna and Mark were newlyweds, celebrating their honeymoon in Hawaii. It was paradise. Their hotel overlooked the ocean, the drinks flowed endlessly, and every moment felt like a dream. One afternoon, while hiking near a lava field, Mark bent down and picked up a smooth black lava rock. A little souvenir, he joked, slipping it into his pocket. Jenna hesitated. She had heard something about Pele's Curse, but Mark just laughed it off. That was the last perfect day of their honeymoon. The night before they were supposed to fly home, a sudden storm rolled in, canceling their flight. The next available plane, 4 days later, stuck in an unfamiliar hotel, stress crept in. Back home, things only got worse. Arguments started over nothing. Mark's job fell through due to an unexpected company shutdown. Jenna got into a car accident. Thankfully, she was okay, but the expenses piled up. It felt like they were cursed. One night, while scrolling online, Jenna stumbled upon a forum filled with stories just like theirs. Each person had taken a lava rock and suffered. Without hesitation, she grabbed the rock, wrote an apology letter, and sent it back to Hawaii. Within a week, things changed. Mark found a new, even better job. The tension between them lifted. The streak of bad luck seemed to end. Jenna never told Mark what she did. She didn't have to. The businessman's nightmare. Michael had built his business from the ground up. A self-made man, he didn't believe in luck, only hard work. On a trip to Hawaii, he visited the famous black sand beaches of Punalu. The sand felt different, so fine, so rich. He scooped some into a small bottle, thinking it would make a great conversation piece in his office. A week after returning home, his company's biggest deal collapsed. Then his personal investments plummeted. His phone wouldn't stop ringing. Clients pulling out, unexpected legal troubles, everything going wrong at once. Sleep deprived and desperate, he found himself searching online for an explanation. That's when he found the stories, the curse, the endless accounts of people who had taken from Pele's land and suffered. He dug through his suitcase, pulled out the bottle of black sand, and sent it back to Hawaii along with a handwritten apology. He didn't expect anything to happen, but within days a new deal came through, saving his business. Coincidence? Maybe, but Michael never doubted the power of Pele again. The family who couldn't escape the Ramirez family had the perfect vacation. Snorkeling, hiking, luau's, the works. Their youngest son, Mateo, loved collecting things, and during their trip, he picked up a small round lava rock. His parents didn't think much of it, but once they got home, everything changed. A sudden flood destroyed their living room. Then their car broke down. Twice. Their teenage daughter fell and broke her arm in a freak accident. His mother, desperate for answers, mentioned their trip to a coworker. That's when she heard about Pele's Curse. "Did you take anything?" they asked. Panic set in. She tore through Mateo's backpack and found it, the little black lava rock. Without hesitation, she packaged it up, wrote a heartfelt apology, and sent it back. The bad luck? It stopped. Just like that. The soldier who couldn't escape his fate. Jake was stationed in Hawaii for military training. One weekend, he and his buddies hiked near an active lava flow. "Take something to remember it," one of them said. So he did. Back at base, things unraveled fast. During a routine exercise, Jake suffered a brutal leg injury, one that would put his military career at risk. Then his long-distance relationship ended abruptly, and just when he thought it couldn't get worse, he caught pneumonia. A fellow soldier noticed his bad luck and asked, "You didn't take a lava rock, did you?" Jake froze. That night he wrote a short, simple note. "I'm sorry. I didn't know." He mailed the rock back. The next day his fever broke. A month later, he was cleared for duty. He never spoke about it again. The woman who saw Pele in her dreams. Aya had always been drawn to Hawaiian culture. She visited the islands every year, exploring new places, learning the old legends, but she didn't believe in curses. One night, standing near Kilauea's fiery crater, she picked up a small lava rock and held it close. The heat from the volcano pulsed through her fingers. It felt alive. That night, she dreamed of Pele. The goddess stood in a mist of smoke and fire, her long black hair flowing like molten lava. Her eyes burned into Aya's soul. "Return what you have taken," she whispered. Aya woke up in a cold sweat. The next morning, strange things started happening. Her home was struck by lightning. Her husband lost his job. She developed an unexplained illness that no doctor could diagnose. It wasn't until she mailed the rock back that things started to change. Her health improved. Her husband found work. The nightmares stopped. She never doubted the legends again. The unsettling reality, every year thousands of people send back lava rocks and sand to Hawaii, along with letters of apology. They all say the same thing. "I didn't believe it until it happened to me." Are they all coincidences? Maybe, but ask yourself this. If you ever find yourself on the islands standing before a lava field, tempted to take just one little rock, would you risk it, or will you leave it where it belongs? The choice is yours.